So the other day I modified my ride cymbal that was in a genuinely abysmal state. It was looking really bad. I can show you some on the screen. I think it'll show up. But it was like, first of all, the cymbal's older than me. I'm 20 years old. I mean, I'm sure the cymbal is around 25 years old. I got this kit from my cousin for free years ago, and it's been through multiple owners. It's rusted. I mean, like, you can see the footage. It's fucked up. It was bad looking, and it got these 2 cracks, and I was like, this thing's gonna die, and I don't really want to buy a new ride cymbal. So I was looking up online. I decided one day, like, the crack was getting bigger, and I'm like, you know what, I gotta do something about it. You know, I was looking things up, and I got really frustrated at the internet's lack of helpfulness. And I feel like this isn't always the case, but maybe with just like musicians and shit on the website Reddit are some of the most unhelpful people on the planet. A bunch of people have been on Reddit that I was browsing asking, yo, how do I make my crash cymbal sound brighter, do this, how do I modify it, I'm thinking about doing this and this to that, and everybody's like, no, stop, don't do it, don't alter your cymbals. And I'm like, oh my god, like literally every post it was like, you know what, actually don't try anything yourself, probably get advice from an expert, or actually, you should buy a new cymbal. Here's my recommendation. It's $8,000. Oh my god. I just got so frustrated, and like, this is a whole other thing, but in terms of Reddit, that was kind of like a come to consciousness moment. Like, I kind of just like snapped back into reality. Like, it was like, I got snapped out of a hypnosis, you know? Because I feel like, you know, Reddit's been the place. It's like, that's where you go for questions. That's where you go for all your niche questions. And it's like, no, it's done. We're done with that. Reddit's done. All right? It used to get you cool points. People make fun of it now, but are still kind of like, you know, there are cool points associated with Reddit. Let's not try and act like that's not a thing. All right? There are cool points associated with Reddit, and I'm sick of that shit, and it's done.
Do you guys recall, like, I feel like this era is kind of still there. It's not my circle at least anymore, but I know it used to be a real thing, especially when I was in high school. The era of like being a Redditor, being like an alternative person and being on Reddit, it was like seen as like intelligent. It's like, yeah, I ask questions on Reddit. Yeah, I'm on this subreddit. It's like intelligent of me to be on Reddit and stuff like that. And like that was those got you cool points. Like, it definitely did. I'm not crazy for this. You see this shit on social media too. You would get cool points for being on Reddit. Eliminate that shit. Get that shit out of here. That shit is not fucking cool. Genuinely, every time I ask a question on Reddit, I get faced with zero helpful answer. I remember this one time I had this cassette thing that wasn't working, and I described it. This guy originally commented and responded and was like, actually, all the things you assume is wrong with it are not. You just need to, oh my god, any electronic, you need to deox the pots, you know, you just need to put some contact cleaner on the pots. That's just like the standard thing you get. It's like going to the nurse and getting an ice pack. It's like deox the fucking pots. And that shit obviously didn't work because that wasn't the problem, but I did it anyways, and then I responded, be like, wrong, and they said, try this, wrong. And I think it was after 3 wrong suggestions he gave me that he just stopped responding. I couldn't go back to Reddit after that. It was truly, genuinely sickening to me. What the fuck is the point? It's to me like, it wasn't like an argument with this guy, but it was just like it's useless. It's a waste of time.
I decided, you know what, like, the internet's so unhelpful right now. I did a lot of research. Thankfully, YouTube, which is the internet. And when I say the internet, I guess I'm mainly referencing Reddit and like other musicians' forums and stuff like that. But, you know, I learned a lot about cymbals and the process and shit, and like some homemade techniques and shit like that. And I'm like, A lot of people making documenting videos and stuff like that are professionals, musicians, all these people. I don't know, I'm a musician, but I'm a 20-year-old who doesn't really know anything about nothing. So I was like, you know what, I just like, maybe it'd be better, it'd be cool if I documented it. So here's the cymbal. It, here, maybe that's better. You can see the hammering, you can see where I drilled a giant crevice. I had a long crack, I mean you can see it, pause. And then I had these two things here. But I guess I didn't really show the cut too well in the video, I guess, so. Keep it in mind, but as you can see, it's very rough, it's not very smooth here, it's very like, I did it, I did it and I didn't what you know. There's a crack here in the middle that was weird. And yeah, I polished it. It was real grimy. You get the point. 3 things that I was doing for this was, number one, I was gonna drill a hole to stop the cracks from getting any bigger, and then I was going to polish it. I did all these things. I'm saying it like I didn't end up doing it. Then I polished it. I used a whole can, a whole bottle of brass, and it's still fucked up, but the way it looks before, I mean, it looks like an entirely different cymbal, so. And I feel like the more I polish it, you know, it won't have that much effect on the sound. So I got, like, the use of the brass, I got the use of it. Then it was to hammer it. Let's just start with the drill. Reddit told me to kill myself. Don't ever do that. Like you some idiot, some stupid idiot bitch. And then YouTube was suggesting that I drill these like giant holes and then a giant, cut out a lot of the cymbal around the crack, and then you would want to file it and sand it so smoothing it out, prevents cracks from happening. So I didn't do any of those things, actually. I drilled a very small hole, and I tried to file it, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
No, that's really fucking loud.
I'm so sick of seeing this shit, and like that's the worst part of any job. But yeah, I was like, I'm not gonna do that, and it's fine. Granted, the cymbal in question that I've been working on is really, really heavy, and it's really thick. It's not like what I learned. The difference is a ride cymbal is heavier and it dips more. Either that or I'm lying. In a video I watched, this guy said the flatter the profile and the thinner the cymbal. You see my cat poking, that's so distracting. It's just more of a crash. Crash cymbals are thinner and have flatter profiles. So I'll show you my crash, for example, which has holes that I need to drill in. But yeah, you can see it there. Jesus, it is so thin. Like, I could bend this thing. I could reverse it with my bare hands. It's very thin. It's extremely thin. And the profile's not too flat. It's not too flat. That's what I wanted kind of the ride to be. Because it crashed horribly, but it is super fucking thick. And it is very heavy and dense for a cymbal. For drilling it, I used a drill with a fucking screw. I don't even know what these are called, but, just drilled the holes, and then I think it's like a form of, it's like a wood cutter. It is absolutely not meant for what I was doing.
Look at that shit. Fuck.
I chipped it a lot, so it's not thin. There's some like indents. That hasn't given me any problems, It's just it looks fucked up now. So I did that, which was fine.
Now, is it just me, or does that sound like it's crashing more? Like it has a better crash or better? I don't know if sustain would be the right word, but it definitely opened it up. It feels like it opened up the cymbal a lot. So,
like, it was night and day. I was like, oh wow. And before this, I was like, you hear like, oh, like someone will be like, oh, you really need to drill your crack. I need to drill your crack. No, there's like, you need to drill the crack in your cymbal. And that's just kind of a thing you're just like, fuck, like, I don't want to do that shit. It's just like, nobody wants to do that shit. I ended up doing it. I in my experience, It's worth it. It actually, I thought it would kill the sustain because you're taking a chunk of the cymbal out. But a crack actually like deadens the cymbal so much. Cut the crack out, I mean, that's just, that's money right there. You don't have to be a fucking technician to do it. I mean, I just did it in my garage with fucking my dad's drill. Damn. Sounds like fucking shit. It actually sounds terrible. Polishing was the next one. This was the thing that you get a lot of pushback on for some reason on Reddit and on the internet in general. And it's like, you gotta use a cymbal cleaner. It's just like, you gotta use the thing meant for this, I meant for that. It's like, okay, no, you don't have to use a cymbal cleaner. You don't. I used Brasso. It was $5 bottle at Home Depot. I just went and got it. You don't need to order a cymbal cleaner that's probably like $15 and then wait fucking 2 weeks to get it. Just get the fucking just get metal polish. There's Barkeeper's Friend that I saw worked. Brasso works. There's this lemon scent one. I forget what I think it's. No, I don't care.
Rub gently. Rub gently, dude. Fuck that. I'll rub that shit gently.
Polishing your cymbal, I didn't really notice much change if I'm being honest, and my cymbal was dirt. My cymbal was brown and green. It was really, really, really bad. Managed to go through a whole bottle. I mean, you can hear the sound, I'll play it, before and after, but I don't, it was just kind of like, yeah, it's just like, yeah. And this is like a lot, I've probably spent an hour on this. Dude, what the fuck? How? I mean, looking at it right now, it really doesn't look too bad. Okay, no, the more I look at it, the more I hate it. I needed to do it because it looked like ass, but because I did these things like one after another, I don't think I got a good idea for what did what specifically. Now the hammering actually is crazy because like cymbal makers, like that's what they do. It's like I didn't realize. I was like, oh, like they do it. They polish it, they cut, they do everything that like Reddit was telling me not to do because I'm not an expert, and it's just like I hate you. In the video you can see like the machine hammering was down there, and so when you hammer the top of a cymbal, it raises tension so it makes it flat, vice versa. And so what I ended up doing was, I was like, I want to make this flat like a crash. I want to get this to sound crashy. But no matter what, the more you hammer it, the more of a trashy kind of sound it's going to be. You know, I initially thought like I could just hammer the top and then boom, that shit inverted on me.
Look at this shit. I've officially indented it. God damn it, dude. I might have just fucked myself. Oh yeah, dude. Fuck. Oh, Dylan, what the fuck, man? I was about to come on here and be like, oh, this is terrible, but actually, like, I'm really glad I did this. But now, if I fuck this up, I will kill myself.
And then after that shit inverted on me, I figured, and I got it back down by hitting the bottom.
There we go. Just like brand new. Just like brand stinking new.
I was like, oh, I can just, you know, go back and forth and, you know, like, it'll slowly get flat. It'll slowly get more flat. And that could be true, but it doesn't have the effect that I wanted and probably what most people want. It does make it trashy. It turns it into like something that could be on a trash stack. It really doesn't have brightness anymore or any good sounding quality. But I mean, with that being said, hammering my cymbal was probably the best thing I've ever done to any cymbal. I think it sounded so much better once I did it. And I kind of figured, I kind of went into this like, man, this shit's gonna fucking suck. But I ended up really actually turning my cymbal around, and it sounds great. But my biggest concern with hammering was this shit's gonna kill the bell. Because the bell I had on the ride before I touched it was really nice. I really liked it, and I was like, that's kind of the thing that's keeping me holding on to this ride. And I'm like, I make it, I hammer it, it gets more trashy, I'm gonna lose the ping of the bell. But to my surprise, that shit actually got so much, the ping increased. I can play the videos and really look at it and listen to it, but that could be from the polishing, but I'm fairly certain that was from the hammering. Either way, A, polishing helps the ping, or B, hammering doesn't kill the bell sound, or C, both apply. So I mean, as far as doing things, that was about it. You really don't need much. You don't need to know an expert. You don't need to know anything. Just watch this video, I guess, or do your own research, depending on your cymbal. Because each cymbal reacts differently, which is not something I actually got from the internet, or any DIY kind of person. Is like you have to approach different kind of cymbals differently. I had a really thick, like 22, I think that ride's 22 inches. Pause, I don't know why I have to pause that, but I just feel like it needs to be paused. But 22 inch ride, it was very heavy, like abnormally heavy for a cymbal even that's 22 inches and as a ride. So do with that what you will. I haven't tried anything on a thin cymbal yet, my thin crash or smaller in diameter. I think really I'm just more concerned with people moving away from Reddit. I think like that needs to happen. Once you like are in real life and like do some stuff in real life, you realize it's like completely different than the internet. I don't know, it just happens to be a lot. You know, that kind of realization tends to happen a lot when I go on Reddit. You have a problem, people tell you to shut up, people tell you you're an idiot, and it's like, I hate it. Reddit, it's like on some forums where you actually really need help, they're like, well, you need to have posted 300 million times and gained this status. You need this like weird thing. You need to reach a requirement to ask a question. It's very strange. It's very, very, very unbelievably strange and stupid. And I think it sucks. And I think if you know someone, ask someone. Obviously a lot of people don't have that. I didn't have that. I just went on YouTube and did a lot of research and kind of just developed it and then just tried it. A lot of people say that like when you do these cymbal or when you modify your cymbal, you gotta be ready to get a new one. And it's like, well, I mean, maybe. Like, why does it have to be that way? You don't. If you're trying to modify your cymbal, you don't like the way it sounds right now. Like, what the fuck? You can't, you shouldn't live with that if you don't want to live with it. Just fucking try something. Odds are you're not gonna make it sound much worse. You gotta know, like, what you're going for as well. You know, if you want your cymbal to sound really expensive and do this and that, it's like, yeah, it's probably not gonna happen. But like, if you're trying to modify, if you're trying to do like hammer your cymbal, you're probably just down bad. Like that cymbal probably sucks so bad you're just trying to find a use for it. At least that's kind of how I think, but I could be wrong. I guess that's it, dude. Stay off Reddit. Go outside. Just try something. Fail a lot, and then you'll start winning. Or maybe you won't fail at all, like me. No, I fail often. Okay.